Hi, I'm Massimo Premuda, I'm the president of Casa dell'Arte, and I'm very happy to present the second chat of The Local Artist is Present. The Local Artist is Present, it's a beautiful project thought by Creaa in collaboration with Lens, Casa dell'Arte, of course, Collab, and Federica Purgatori. And today we are in the Casa della Musica. It's a beautiful school for contemporary music, in which we will start with the second chapter of The Local Artist is Present. I will have two guests outside for a little interview. I'm super happy because tomorrow night is scheduled Fotonotte number 2, Other Nature. Fotonotte, it's a nocturnal marathon organized by Casa dell'Arte, and it's a very special occasion to visit Trieste by night. Fotonotte of this year will present 10 spaces, 10 galleries that are on the same net, in which we could see 12 different photographic reportages. Every space will be open from 8 p.m. to midnight, and there will be the possibility of seeing these 12 different reportages and other photographic works. I would like to join my guests, that are two of these invited photographers, but in the exhibition there will be also just artists that use photography in this review. My guests are Stefano Graziani and Luca Petrinka, two very established photographers from Trieste, and they will present two different, one reportage and the other will be the real photos of made in USA, is correct? It's a work with title David's Tower. It was made last year in USA, and there's something about this work.
It's a little project about the landscape in the United States. So it's about the David's Tower. That is this strange site where Steven Spielberg shot the Encounters. That was this film and movie in 1977 about these alien encounters. And so Encounters is basically the subtitle of the project.
And you will display this work in Spazio 5. That's a new gallery. The curator is Manuel Fanicanelles, and your work.
The specificity of this little exhibition is that there is already an exhibition taking place in the same place, and it is some paintings of Manuela Setmack. So since this is a very short event that is going to happen for just one night, we decided to interact. So the two projects should interact, and so the selection I exhibiting is about only 4 of the 13 works that are part of this project. So it's a little selection, let's say a short one.
But I'm curious to know also the work of Luca. Luca will present his work in Stazione Rogers with the collaboration of Work Event. That's a group of young curator, cultural operators. And what's your work that you will present tomorrow?
The title of my work is Interstizi. It's talk about Trieste and the nature. It's my vision about my own city, because I moved from here maybe 12 years ago, and I'm just come back. So it's a new vision of the architecture and the interaction with nature in my city.
Okay, tomorrow is scheduled Fotonotte number 2, Other Nature. It's a big exhibition in the end. We'll start at 8 p.m. and will finish at midnight. It's a unique occasion for visit a lot of different galleries and art spaces of Trieste. There will be 10 in this network. But at the beginning there will be a preview in Il Posto delle Fragole. It's in the former psychiatrical hospital in this beautiful park, Il Parco di San Giovanni, in which there will be a welcoming drink with the Sancini wine, and also there will be a preview of this Lunatico festival. It's a beautiful little festival organized during the summer in nel Parco di San Giovanni. The exhibition, there will be also an after show, an after party at midnight, from midnight to 2 in the morning. There will be this social storytelling in real time. It means that there will be an occasion to show all the fluxus of social media in this social wall, in which there will be possible to see the tweet, the Facebook, the Instagram, and so on. Another interesting thing is the gadget. We will have this social gadget this year made by Collab. It's a collective of artists from Trieste, and there will be this sleeping mask, and there will be the social gadget that we use for the selfie or for the other things that will happen in the web. I would like to ask to Stefano what he think about this project. Do you think that for hours all the galleries open in Trieste, it's something in some way interesting to visit in another point of view the city, or what do you think about in the format of Fotonote?
So relating, I think that the format as a curatorial opportunity, it's an interesting one. I think it opens many spaces to the people visiting. I think it concentrates very much the response to these short events. I would think it's interesting if we consider this as an experiment or as a new possibility. So probably we should develop more. Probably should be maybe concentrated in less spaces, so different events or less spaces or more events, so something that is more often can happen. And so if I can just add some little thing about the project. So this is this strange and very open curatorial demand that was second nature or other nature. Because actually, I think there was the question was to find a good response to that. So the idea of showing this Devil's Tower is this. So Devil's Tower is basically a mountain. So it is a mountain because it's geologically it is a former volcano, and it's a very big landmark in the plain of Wyoming, but has this strong connotation as aliens and place of encounters. And the name that is tower is strictly related to some architectural event. So the double and the second nature is exactly this. So the possibility is to understand this mountain that as an architectural form.
I know that you
so
are...
the issue of the tower, basically. The issue of the tower and architecture as form.
Of course.
Which is strictly evident in the title of the work and the place.
The last question for you is, I know that you are also teacher at the university in the architectural faculty, and I would like to know if from your point of view, if photography had some particular relationship with the architecture. It means to shoot photography, to shoot architecture, it's something that could help in understanding the, I don't know, a little bit better what was the aims of the architects or these kind of things? What you think about?
This is I think an interesting point, and but I would just add one little thing that is more than photography architecture. I would like to split the things and the concept into architecture and photographers. So there could happen that there are some meeting of people that I would call collaborations, so between photographers and architects, that could add a different point of view both to the designing moment and to the representation moment. So it's not that at the end, when the building is finished, the photographer comes and makes it better because it's empty and
Of course.
the best happens when there is a coincidence of meanings among the designer and the photographer. So just one more thing about the little project is that there is a text that is actually written by a friend that is an architect. His name is Stefano, which also is a designer, and I could say that this is a collaboration about architecture. However, architecture never appears. But on the other side, with him and with his office and with several other offices, I was able in the past and in the present to build up good collaborations about our specific projects. So I think the question is and it opens many big possibilities.
Absolutely. But for example, also in his reportage, Luca is focused on this industrial idea in which nature grow up in some way. I know also that you was based in Milan, I think, for engineers or something like that, in which you was working also so hard for one of the most popular private TV channel in Italy, and you was part of this reality show in these wild places, blah blah blah. And I'm very curious to know if this wild nature is for real so wild, or if in the end the nature, from your point of view,
it's a real wild nature. The reality. Are you talking about the reality show? Okay. Yeah, it's called Survival because it's based on the real wild nature where the people have to survive. It's something like it's similar to the wild nature that tries to survive here in the city. So this is a parallel between my old job and this kind of work.
Yeah, because normally when we see, for example, your reportage is super interesting from my point of view, because also it's linked from my point of view to this idea of guerrilla green.
Yeah.
It means to try to put in the city center, in the industry, industrial part areas of the city, the nature in some way, but it's incredible that in the end the nature, if you leave a space for some time, grow up naturally. No?
You don't need a long time.
No.
Probably just in 1 year it could change everything and the nature grow up by itself.
In the end, I would like to say, just with the relationship with architecture, that his work will be showed in Stazione Rogers. Stazione Rogers is a very beautiful little jewel of Trieste. It was this old former fuel station in which now it's a place for culture. I would like to close just to say thank you to the supporter of the Fotonote. Fotonote is possible with the support of Agricola Monte San Pantaleone e la Collina Società Cooperativa. and also with the participation of a lot of other cultural associations and other galleries that are not part of Casa dell'Arte, are not in this network. Casa dell'Arte is a committee of 14 cultural associations that are focused on visual arts and contemporary culture, but in this occasion, for example, there was also Altrove, Fra 11, Il Posto delle Fragole, Trap, Stazione Rogers e MLZ Artep. This is the second, I remember, the second chat of the local artist is present. Thank you so much to Casa della Musica for guesting us. Thank you so much for our beautiful guest, and see you tomorrow. We must run tomorrow at the second Fotonotte, Other Nature. See you tomorrow night in Trieste.